You're doing it wrong. Every set you're pushing to failure, every rep you're grinding through, every program telling you to move more weight, you're actually leaving the most important kind of strength on the table. And I know that sounds insane because we've been taught our entire lives that more movement equals more gains. But what if everything we've been told about building real strength is backwards? Here's something that'll blow your mind. Cossack horsemen who could draw bows from a one-legged crouch on galloping horses. Persian wrestlers who trained inverted holds in ancient houses of strength 1,000 years ago. Spartan boys forced to hold positions on parallel beams until their muscles failed. Sailors who climbed 100-foot rigging in storms with nothing but their grip and their back. They all have one thing in common, and it's not what you think. They understood something about building real, functional, unbreakable strength that most people in modern gyms have completely forgotten. It's a training method so powerful that when physical therapists need to rebuild someone from a serious injury, this is what they use first. When elite powerlifters hit a plateau and can't break through, this is the secret weapon they turn to. I'm talking about isometric training, and before you scroll away thinking this is some weird fitness trend, let me show you something. 5 holds, 15 minutes, 3 times a week. That's all it takes to completely transform your physique, your posture, and your strength. No weights, no equipment, no excuses. By the end of this video, you're going to understand why staying completely still might be the most powerful thing you can do for your body. Number 1. The pistol squat hold, the leg imbalance destroyer. Look down at your legs right now. One of them is stronger than the other, significantly stronger. Years of driving with one foot, years of sitting cross-legged the same way, years of standing with the weight shifted to one side, years of carrying bags on one shoulder. The imbalance is so common most people don't even notice it until a knee starts hurting for no reason, or stairs start feeling harder on one side than the other, or one hip stays tight no matter how much it gets stretched. And here's the trap most people fall into. They think a regular wall sit will fix this. It won't. 2 legs are working against the wall, and the moment fatigue starts setting in, the stronger leg quietly takes over. The brain is wired to do this. Right before muscle failure, the dominant leg picks up the slack and the weaker side actually gets less work, not more. A bilateral hold cannot fix a unilateral problem. There is no version of 2-legged squatting that will close the gap between the strong leg and the weak leg, because the gap itself is exactly what allows the body to keep going. The only way to fix the imbalance is to load one leg at a time. This is the kind of strength the Cossack horsemen of Eastern Europe built. The conditioning behind their famous one-legged squat kick dance, and the strength that let them draw a bow from a deep crouch on a galloping horse. Here's how to do it. Stand on one leg, extend the other leg straight out in front, lower into a full squat on the standing leg, freeze, hold the bottom position. This is the pistol squat hold, and every imbalance the body has spent years masking gets exposed within 15 seconds. 20 seconds in, the standing quad is on fire. 30 seconds in, the glute starts cramping. The shaking is not weakness. The shaking is every stabilizing muscle in the hip, ankle, and knee finally being forced to do its job after years of being ignored. If the full pistol is out of reach right now, use a single leg wall sit instead. Back flat against the wall, slide down into a wall sit, then extend one leg straight out in front. All the weight is now on the working leg, but the wall handles the balance. Same brutal tension on one leg, no compensation possible. Build to 20 seconds per side on the wall version. Then take it off the wall and try the freestanding pistol hold. 3 sets per leg. The leg that struggles. That's the one that's been failing you in every step you've taken for years. Number 2, the handstand hold, the shoulder fix for desk-destroyed bodies. Look at the average adult shoulder, rounded forward, internally rotated, pushed inward by years of typing, scrolling, and slumping over a desk. The shoulders have forgotten what straight overhead feels like. Most adults cannot even raise their arms fully overhead anymore without arching the lower back to compensate. The shoulder blades are stuck, the upper back has locked up, the neck has crept forward. No barbell movement fixes this. Pressing weights overhead in a shoulder that has already lost its overhead range only reinforces the dysfunction. The handstand does the opposite. It forces the shoulders into the exact position they have been pulled out of all day, stacked, overhead, fully extended, under load. This is why ancient warrior cultures everywhere converged on the inverted hold. Inside the Zurkhaneh, the Persian houses of strength, Men have been training the handstand for over 1,000 years as the foundational movement of the system. Here's how to start. Find a clear wall, place the hands on the ground about a foot away from the wall, shoulder width apart, fingers spread wide and pressing hard into the floor. Kick up so the heels rest gently against the wall, body straight, arms locked, eyes looking at the floor between the hands. Now hold. 10 seconds in, the shoulders start burning. 15 seconds in, the forearms start screaming. 20 seconds in, the entire upper body is engaged in a fight to stay rigid and straight. This is what builds shoulders that look carved from stone, and more importantly, that actually function. The kind of shoulders that don't ache after 8 hours at a keyboard. Cannot kick up to the wall yet? Start with a pike hold. Walk the feet up onto a chair or low couch, walk the hands in until the hips stack over the shoulders. Most of the body weight is now on the hands and shoulders, but the legs take some of the load. Build to 30 seconds against the wall, then 45, then a full minute. 3 sets. Number 3. The hollow body hold, the cure for lower back pain. Most lower back pain is not a back problem. It is a core that has collapsed and forgotten how to brace, letting the spine take loads it was never meant to carry. Bending down to pick up a child, reaching into the backseat of a car, twisting to grab something off a high shelf. Any of these can blow out a back that has forgotten what bracing feels like, because the deep core is simply not firing anymore. The hollow body hold teaches the deep core to lock in, not the six-pack muscles on top, the transverse abdominis, the deep wraparound layer that braces the spine like a built-in weight belt. The plank teaches the body to be a stiff board. The hollow body teaches the body to be a locked, integrated unit, the same shape required for almost every athletic movement that involves the core resisting force. This is the position the Navy SEALs use in BUD/S conditioning, the same position Olympic gymnasts have trained for over 100 years. Here is how to do it. Lie down on the back. Press the lower spine flat into the floor so hard there is no possible space between the back and the ground. Now lift the shoulder blades, the arms straight overhead and the legs straight out, all just a few inches off the floor. The body should look like a shallow banana, a scoop, a drawn bow. Most people fail this hold within 15 seconds. The lower back lifts off the floor, the legs drop, the arms come down, the shape collapses, and the moment that shape collapses, the entire benefit disappears. Push the belly button down toward the spine, squeeze the ribs down toward the hips, lock the entire front of the body into one connected unit. If the lower back lifts off the floor, raise the legs higher until it presses back down. The lower the legs, the harder the hold. Build to 30 seconds, 3 sets. When the floor stops feeling impossible, lower the legs another inch and start again. If you're getting value from this video, take 1 second to subscribe. There's a lot more coming on the training methods modern fitness has forgotten. Number 4. The L-sit hold, the hip flexor fix for desk workers. The modern adult sits for 8 hours a day. The hip flexors live in a shortened, weakened position so constantly that they become tight and weak at the same time. This is the trap. Stretching alone will not fix this, because tight hip flexors are not just short, they are also weak. They need to be strengthened in their shortened position, which is the exact thing they almost never get to do. The L-sit forces the hip flexors to work hard in their fully shortened range, under maximum tension, for time. This is the only way to actually fix tight hip flexors. Strong hip flexors stop being tight. Inside the Spartan agoge, the state-run training system that turned boys into the most dangerous warriors of the ancient world, this position was held on stone benches and parallel beams as part of foundational conditioning. Here's how to do it. Sit on the floor, place the hands flat on the ground beside the hips, fingers pointing forward. Press down through the hands and lift the entire body off the floor. Legs extended straight out in front, parallel to the ground, toes pointed, body forming a perfect letter L. Look at what is working. The triceps are locked out and supporting the body weight. The shoulder depressors are holding the torso up off the ground. The lower abs are screaming to keep the legs lifted. The hip flexors are firing at maximum capacity. The quads are locked and engaged. Every part of the front of the body is fighting at the same time. 5 seconds is a real achievement when starting out. 10 seconds is the mark of someone who has been training seriously. 20 seconds is elite. Cannot lift the legs straight yet? Tuck them. Bring the knees toward the chest, keep the hips lifted, hold there. This is the tuck L-sit. Same upper body training, scaled core demand. Build 5 seconds, then 10. Then start extending one leg, then the other, then both. 3 sets, every session. The hips will start moving differently within weeks. Number 5. The front lever tuck hold, the cure for tech neck and rounded shoulders. Look at the average adult posture, head pushed forward, shoulders rolled in, upper back rounded. Years of looking down at screens have weakened every muscle on the backside of the upper body. The muscles that pull the shoulders back into proper position have simply forgotten how to fire. The shoulder blades have stopped moving. The neck has crept forward to compensate. The body has folded inward. This is the posture that aches at the end of every workday, the posture that gives people headaches, the posture that makes them look 10 years older than they are. The front lever tuck builds the exact muscles destroyed by modern life: lower traps, rhomboids, rear delts, lats, the muscles that pull the shoulder blades down and back into proper position. Pull-ups train the lats. The front lever trains the muscles that make pull-ups even possible, and that hold the upper back upright when there's no bar in sight. For most of human history, the strongest backs on earth belonged to sailors climbing 100-foot rigging in storms with nothing holding them up but their grip and their back. This is the hold that builds that kind of back. Here's how to do it. Grab a pull-up bar with an overhand grip, hands shoulder width apart. Pull the knees up tight to the chest. Now lean back. Tilt the torso so the back ends up parallel to the ground while the knees stay tucked tight to the chest. The body should form a compact horizontal ball suspended below the bar. Hold. Within 5 seconds, every muscle on the back side of the upper body is on fire. The lats are doing work they have never been asked to do. The rear delts and rhomboids are pulling the shoulder blades into position. The grip is gripping for life. The lower abs are crushing to keep the knees pulled in tight. Cannot hold the tuck lever yet? Start with a hanging tuck hold. Just hang from the bar and pull the knees up to the chest. Hold them there. Same grip and core demand, none of the lever angle. Build 20 seconds. Then add the lean back, slowly, over weeks. 3 sets. The upper back will respond to this hold faster than to any pulling exercise that involves moving weight. Before I show you the complete system, one quick thing. The full No Gym Warrior program takes the methods Greeks, Romans, Spartans, and Soviets used to forge warriors and builds it into a 12-week, 3-phase system to rebuild what modern life broke. No gym required. Link in the description. The complete system. 5 holds, 1 full training session. Here it is. Pistol squat hold, 3 sets per leg, 20 to 30 seconds. Handstand hold against the wall, 3 sets, 20 to 60 seconds. Hollow body hold, 3 sets, 20 to 45 seconds. L-sit hold or tuck L-sit, 3 sets, 5 to 20 seconds. Front lever tuck hold, 3 sets, 10 to 20 seconds. 3 times a week, 15 to 20 minutes a session. 2 weeks in, the body starts feeling different. The leg imbalance starts closing. The shoulders sit further back without thinking about it. The lower back stops aching at the end of the day. The hips loosen up. The forward head posture starts pulling back into position. 4 weeks in, all of this starts becoming permanent. 8 weeks in, the body in the mirror is a different body. Not because muscles have been built one at a time, because the entire structure has been rebuilt at once. Modern life broke the human body. Modern training cannot fix it. The men who built the strongest civilizations in history trained this way for a reason. The reason is still true. 5 holds, 1 complete body, 0 equipment.